So today we'll be talking about Sun in Leo in the ninth house and what that indicates. So if you have this placement, you are in the right place. So first of all, let's discuss what the Sun means in astrology. The Sun rules Leo, and Leo is the sign of fixed fire. And the modality fixed means a constant state, and the element of fire means action, impulse, or energy. So Leo is a constant state of energy or a constant state of action, a constant way of being. And so the Sun, which rules Leo, is our constant way of acting. And this is what appears to others as our personality. And it's also our constant state of energy. So it's like our vitality levels. It shows things like our energy from day to day and something that stays constant. So, of course, this is what appears to others like our personality. And also, the sign of Leo is about our value to others. And the Sun, which rules Leo, shows, our ego and what it is that we provide to others. And last but not least, since it's our constant source of energy, the Sun also shows us how we will things into existence, like how we make things happen. And it depends on which house and which sign it's in. So in this case, the Sun is in the sign of Leo, so it's in its own sign. So this indicates that you have a constant way about yourself, about your personality. You have confidence a lot of times if you have the Sun in Leo. And what that is that the way that you act and the way that you express yourself always remains the same no matter what circumstances you're surrounded by or which people you're interacting with. You always tend to remain the same. And so this appears to other people like confidence. Even if you don't necessarily feel high self-esteem on the inside, on the external side of you, like you appear very confident and stable. So that is what the Sun means, and that's what the sign of Leo means. So the Sun feels very comfortable in Leo. And so now let's talk about the ninth house. What the ninth house means or symbolizes is it symbolizes a lot of different things, but some of which are teaching. It's about learning. It's about higher knowledge. And it's about faith. And it's about our beliefs. And as well, it can indicate travel and expansion, intellectual expansion. And it's all about interacting with foreign people or foreign surroundings or new surroundings, new people. It doesn't necessarily have to be people that are from a different country, but just new faces, new places. So, Leo is about confidence, it's about ego, and it's about giving value to others. And the ninth house is about knowledge and experience. So with the Sun being in the sign of Leo and in the ninth house, this indicates somebody that gives knowledge to others or somebody whose value to others is their experiences. Generally speaking, though, you are more focused on your own experience when you have Sun in Leo in the ninth house. So what this indicates is more so this constant energy towards discovery, this constant need for expansion. And also there's this confidence in your convictions and your beliefs and in your philosophy. And you have such a confidence in what it is that you've experienced and what it is that you believe that it also becomes like the lens that you see the world through. Also, since Leo is a fixed sign, this indicates you're somebody that's very fixed on what it is that you've experienced and what that means. So like if you've experienced something and you've gained knowledge from it, you are 100% convinced and you are confident in what it is that that lesson taught you. And what you have the utmost faith in is what you've been through. And and in a general sense, people that have this placement, they believe that experience is the best philosophy. They believe experience is the best teacher, and they believe experience is what everything must come down to. They don't care too much about logic or practicality or what it is others tell them to do. They just believe that when it comes down to it, it's up to everyone to have the experience themselves. Also, the sun shows our ego, so your knowledge and what you've been through starts to influence your ego when you have the sun in the ninth house, and it becomes the way that you see yourself. So your personality actually tends to change based on your experiences and the beliefs that you've been through, because what you know and what you've experienced starts to change your whole way of acting, and the way that you go about life is through your philosophy and what you've learned experientially. That's what sun in the ninth house means. So also the sun shows us our career, and what I'll be talking about is ways that people with sun in the ninth house and in Leo tend to make money. But before we talk about that, the other thing about having this placement and having the sun in the fixed fire sign and in the house of faith and belief is this indicates that you have some of the highest faith, and you have a constant state of faith. Like you're a risk taker. You also tend to be quite a lucky individual, because you feel like the universe will always have your back, or you feel like you have nothing to lose. So in the end, you end up getting by pretty well with no need for external baggage, if that makes any sense. Whether the baggage is a job, or whether the baggage is certain necessities, or whether the baggage is mental baggage, because you do not believe in overthinking things at all. That's another thing about, well, actually, I don't want to tell you what you are, but because only you know if this resonates, and only you can experience that. But what I'm going to say is that people that have this placement tend to not believe in overthinking things. Like, it's completely the opposite. They believe in thinking the least as possible, because the ninth house is about spontaneous action, and it's about faith. Also, if you're somebody that wants to do things and create things in the world, you tend to have a very scattered creative process, because you're usually into a lot of different things at the same time, and you're into a lot of different forms of knowledge, a lot of trades and skills that you want to learn. So your creative process is very scattered and it's very spontaneous. You like to do things raw and very quickly. So no pun intended with that, but so also what this indicates, Leo suns in general, like, one of the traits that they have is they want to be recognized for being first at something, and they're usually very quick assimilators of knowledge. And in this case, how this placement plays out when it's in the ninth house is that not you, but people that have this placement are individuals that want to be everywhere at once, and they want to experience everything, and they want to be the first, or they want to be a pioneer of something, or they want to discover something new. And in addition, they want to share this knowledge and the experiences with others, and they want to excite, inspire, or move others emotionally. They want to guide them or teach them something. But it's all about entertaining the minds of other people. That's really what Leo in the ninth house is about, because the ninth house can also indicate the minds of others. So either it's things that we learn from the minds of other people through books or through knowledge or through teachers, or it's how we influence the minds of others, so how we teach. And the reason why the ninth house rules the minds of others is because it's the opposite of the third house. The third house is our mind. Oppositions means others. So ninth house is the minds of others. So with Leo being the sign of entertainment, being in the ninth house, this indicates somebody that wants to entertain the minds of others. Like you want to keep them constantly inspired. Yeah. So in terms of career, with the sun in Leo in the ninth house, you make money through forms of like sales or like exchanges in business, or also communication in some way. Like you could be a speaker, a teacher, a preacher, but you like to communicate your experiences and your knowledge. You also make money a lot of times with this placement through like selling various items or like selling your skills. The reason why is because most people that have this placement will have Taurus in the sixth house. And this is important because Taurus will show how your career appears to others, because it's the 10th from your sun. The 10th shows the public image. The sun shows the career. So the sixth house in Taurus is how sun in Leo in the ninth house, how the career appears. And so to others, you're known for how like clever or consistent you are at receiving money. And it seems like you're very lucky, or like the money just comes like almost like it's given to you. Like there's an element of wit or intelligence, or perhaps using skills to how you make money. But generally speaking, you don't have to work that hard to make a living. And a lot of times your money comes from what others give you. So to me, this really gives me vibes of like a preacher or like a teacher or a guru. Also street performer type vibes. But generally, the thing is, with sun in ninth house in Leo, these individuals, they always want to be on the go, and they want to have a free-flowing approach to life. So they use what it is that they have, and they're very clever about how they make money, and they usually don't have to work that hard. And it's because they have this faith in life and in just taking risks, and they just face things when the problem comes up, if that makes any sense. And in the end, their life becomes very simple, and they don't have to work that hard or try that hard to sustain themselves. And also their form of stability is always changing. Like they're able to quickly adapt and find a new source of home or stability very quickly. And usually they rely on others, or like they get help from other people, or they use like shared things to sustain themselves if it comes to it. But generally speaking, with Taurus being the 10th sign from your sun, this means that your career will revolve around something that you have, or it will revolve around possessions or items. So that's why these people can be salesmen, and they can sell items almost like a nomad or like a trader. And a lot of times it can be over the internet because we're in more modern times. But sometimes the possession that they have is not necessarily a material item. Sometimes a possession, in the sense of Taurus, can be like a talent or a skill. So this is why this gives a lot of street performer type vibes. And this is kind of alluding to that concept that I was talking about earlier, how these people are very clever about how they make money. And it's like they're very consistent, and they're resourceful. They just use whatever it is they have, and they just make a living out of it. So like they can take a talent and go on the street and make money if that's what it takes for them to be able to travel or to go have new experiences, because that's where the main focus of this individual will be at, because their sun is in the 9th house and in Leo. So also, the career can be sustained through sharing ideas or from having interactions with groups, because there's that's what the sun in Leo can be about. It can be about entertaining crowds and stuff, or speaking to crowds in this case. So there can be also interactions with public or through the internet, especially like one-on-one interactions or communications, and like making sales one-on-one, or like consultations. So these people can definitely be like guidance figures or teachers or preachers, and they just have the gift to inspire. So they're very confident and they have an energy around themselves, and they make money through like gifts. So like these people can live off of donations. Like these people would live off of the gifts that people give them for inspiring them, and they can make a generous living, like a good living. And it's because they have this gift of inspiring others, and they have this faith-based approach to life that makes it so that, like I said, they can make money more easily or with like less work. And to others, it seems like you are just very resourceful, or it seems like you're very clever at receiving money. But it's just because you don't try really that things come so easily. When you have the sun in the 9th house, and in Leo. So anyways, this one was a little bit longer, but this kind of is a synchronicity in my opinion, because the 9th house can be about long lectures. It can be about philosophy. So as I'm channeling this energy and I'm speaking, I'm like teaching, and I'm explaining what I wrote for this placement, it comes out very long. And so that's not really a coincidence. And as well, like it's such a broad house. Like the 9th house is about expansion and unlimited possibilities. Like there's like unlimited room for speech or for communication, and also for expansion and conversation or for experiences. So it's such a broad house, and it's so limitless. And that's how these people live their life. They live their life in the broad unknown and in the limitless potentials. And they live their life in a complete constant state of faith, because they believe experience is the best teacher and it's the best philosophy. And they know that experience will never let them down in the end, because every experience is either a victory or it's a lesson to them. So anyways, I hope you guys found that interesting, insightful, or you resonated with this in some way. If you did, then don't forget to leave a like and share this video with somebody you know that has this placement and may benefit. Other than that, for natal chart readings or inquiries, the information is in the description. And other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys sometime soon in another video. And a resource for them could even be things such as like their beauty. If it's a woman, or if it's somebody like that's like a model or something, that's another type of thing that they can do. Like they'll use whatever traits that they have or whatever they skills that they have, and they'll monetize it. So for example, if beauty was the resource that they have, they would be traveling the world, but they would be also incorporating modeling as their form of sustenance. But there's usually a very easy way of making money with these people, or like a very simple and resourceful approach to things. They don't try that hard ever for sustenance, and just things just come easily to them. And if they are creative people that create things, they don't really put too much time or effort into the creation. They just get it out as fast as possible so they can move on to the next thing. So yeah, that's how the resources and being known for their resources in terms of their career. So like the things that they sell or the things that they have about themselves that they sell to others. Like especially they sell people on an idea or on a talent that they have. And they're witty and they know how to make people smile, or they know how to get a reaction, or they know how to inspire people.